I'm Yuri. I'm the mailbox from Oran.
And hi, I'm Monica. I'm the senior vocalist.
Pong, keyboard, sorry.
I am Gypsy Bisunurin, Angel drummer of Pod.
And we would just like to invite everyone to watch this interview, to watch, comment, share, and like, and subscribe to the Throne Records on YouTube. So just click on the subscribe button below.
Orimos, we're still alive in right now we're in Monica's place for you guys for this interview. So how did we cope up with pandemic? Like many others, Orimos became active again. So you should say that pandemic somehow brings something positive, though it's not really a good thing, but there is a positive outcome which happens not only with Orimos but with most bands that have been inactive for some time. We were given a chance to reconnect with people, though this is like more on virtually. Kasi of course we cannot physically see each other. However, thanks to technology, we're able to start collaborating again with people that we share common interest, which is music. So that's how Orimos cope up with pandemic.
Oh, new music. I think balik siguro na lang sa roots. Especially those dun sa mga 80s, goth rock, tapos mga blues. Para, refreshment for the new songs to be released. Mga back to the roots na lang siguro. Kasi masyado nang advance yung mga music kasi ngayon. I think it's a great opportunity to put up the old spice of the songs into our new songs. Ganun.
For me, since I have a very wide range of like yung music list ko sobrang haba. So I guess it's just like going back to whatever music that I have on the list. New music, siguro one thing that I've actually come across, speaking of new music, well, new music to my ears though, it's this group called Anima. Medyo naaliw ako sa kanila. Ayun, they're, you wouldn't think na kasi syempre like, my cup of tea is really gothic metal, pero in some way I'm also, when I saw Anima, actually it's ano siya, DJ siya, pero ano siya, more on mga trance, parang progressive trance, with ano siya, with mga may mga imagery kasi, kaya very interesting siya. So nakakaaliw. I mean, kind of brings me back to the days na listening to house music, pero more on parang siya EDM na mix na
foreign.
yeah, foreign siya. I think US. I'm not sure. Pero yun nga, super sobrang astig. Na medyo nahook ako sa kanila, to be honest.
Diba? Kayo? Ako kasi tingnan ka ngayon I mean, ano bang naging ko ng pandemic? New music siguro, oo, bilang, pero syempre, kaya sinabi ni Yuri, stick lang din ako sa siguro lumawak lang ng kaalaman or nag-explore ng konti. Same genre dito. Kasi, ang hirap kasi intindihin ng ibang music ngayon. Siyempre, yung na-recognize ko trash or metal mo. Hindi, di ba may metal?
No.
Pero
Signs
ako,
of aging sa ganito.
hindi ako trash.
Hindi ba totoo naman yun?
Hindi kasi.
Di ba, when you're aging, di ba, parang it's like you sometimes wonder, is it just me that I'm not I'm not adapting to the new music that is
Oo.
coming in, and I just stuck to my old
Pero,
playlist.
when I say kasi parang back to the roots, ang tayo lahat.
Well,
If, gano'n, push ka, pop, gano'n.
Angel, ang gusto kong, yung point na sinabi mo about them is, parang nalilito siya sa mga tao doon sa mga bagong music.
Ay, mga genre kasi
Oo.
na bago.
Kasi sobrang dami ng combination ng mga, ano eh,
Dami.
ng
Dami.
genre, no?
Medyo marinig ka, bagsakan, bibigyan ka na. Pero siyempre sa akin, confusing. Pero, kumbaga, interesting din kasi. Kumbaga, challenging, para maintindihan yan, paano nila nagagawin yung topic. Diba? Tapos, yun naman yung sa music, pero when it comes sa hobby, wala naman yung parang it's more on exploring and
Pero,
Luto-luto.
Oo, yun, luto,
Ang bago
yun.
yan, medyo.
naluto ako magluto.
Everybody became
Hindi.
Everybody became a cook. Everybody became
Pero
a
dito
baker.
ako, ano pa lang, within the bubble pa rin yung pagluluto. Hindi yun lang, wala namang anything or something bigger.
Me, ay pandemic. Siyempre yung ano eh, kasi lahat naman tayo depressed na eh. Yung ano, may meeting ng mga songs, yung inspirational songs.
Sisi ka ba?
Siyempre kasi ano eh, parang ma-inspire tayo yung pandemic eh. For stressful tayo.
take me out of the dark, gano'n.
Hindi kasi di mo, pre, parang isip na parang, kailan ba to?
Yeah, hindi na
Bagay.
alam mo kayo. Ako, in terms of new music, I would say na new music siya, pero it's new to me kasi I love watching movies. So, ang ginawa ko, why not listen to the soundtrack of the movies?
Yeah. Hans Zimmer.
Yan, mga Hans Zimmer,
Ito to
Hans
yun.
Zimmer.
Yeah.
Tapos yung mga John Williams, Star Wars, background
Mga
music.
cinematic,
May
ano
mga ganun
ng
cinematic
orchestra.
orchestra.
It helps me rin to to explore and to enhance yung, especially it's something na pwede ko i-apply with orange music.
Okay,
But at the same time, bumalik din ako sa roots or old. I mean, I listen to the skater days nung high school pa. Kasi nga, I developed the interest once again with biking. So, I did a few mountain biking. So, I mean, na-refresh yung high school nostalgia ko. So, same with the music. So, bumalik ako doon. So, yeah, those are the things na...
At saka at the same time, isa pa pala, nung pandemic, I don't know, yung parang, I think one thing that was really on a repeat on my playlist, mga power ballad. Mga power ballad, di ba? Like yung Firehouse.
Steel Panther.
Still,
Ay, ba ba? Steel Heart pala.
Still hard.
Ikaw pala yung Steel Panther.
Mga 8 ka. Ex-Japan.
Ex-Japan.
Yeah.
And just wait.
Yes.
Those stars.
Japan, Japan. Well, this is Philippines, so given the choice, if only being in a band like with heavy metal genre would bring food to the table and pay the bills, then why not? Then we would always just be playing in a band. But the sad reality is, no, being in a band does not really pay the bills. So we really have to have corporate jobs on the side. So right now, I've been in the BPO industry since 2004. So that's basically my other job as a normal person in the BPO industry.
Easy kasi yung gobyerno sa Skyway. Sumusuporta sa mga musika eh.
Busy sa?
This is a Skyway.
Mga government project and shit. Pero kanya-kanya naman kasi yan eh. Siyempre kami, sa musician. Yun nga, gaya na yung Monica. Kailangan kahit pa, may hindi sa pamilya. Eh kung mag-focus ka sa pagbabanda, I don't think that there's something na na itutulong sa'yo for this type of basic manpower mo. Parang ganun. Siyempre kami employed ako. Kami ng partner, kumbaga ilang years na rin kami sa BPO. And para sa amin, yun yung tumutulong for now and
Yung binubuhay.
Oo. Kasi siyempre kami, we have our own equipment. Siyempre, kumbaga kanya-kanya instrumento na kailangan mag-upgrade, darating ang panahon, yung punto na gano'n, buy new things, buying stuff, buying parts of the equipment or instrument specifically. Then, siyempre, saan ka uhugot doon? Doon lang sa trabaho mo. And for us, we choose na magtrabaho din and at the same time, mag-isip ng paraan ano yung magiging positive sideline, at least earn money sa free time mo. Ako, employed ako na for Amaze, ganyan nga, nagkakaturo. Kumbaga, yun yung hugutan na pera. Ngayon, ito rin, employed din. Employed lahat.
So yes, kasi having a band, sabi ko nila, expensive hobby daw. So yeah, kailangan mo talaga ng,
True.
kailangan mo talaga ng, of course, work money para, of course, upgrade yung mga need mo talaga sa band. So, yeah, para lang ma-achieve mo yung mga gusto mo talagang elevate sa songs.
Ay, hindi ako, BPO ang passion. Consider ang passion ko. Yung banda ang, ko.
Secondary.
No, really, we, almost all of us really employed. It's inevitable na kasi you need to have, you need to support yourself. But at the same time, yung music is something that we don't really consider as a job. It's more on passion or
Actually, the band is an outlet from,
Yeah.
from the daily hustle of life. So, kumbaga parang actually for us, without the band, parang feeling ko mababaliw ako.
Yun.
parang it's like an escape to reality, to you have to just make music and live in that bubble,
Yeah. So, lahat kami, I believe we're all employed din. So, don't be surprised if you would see us across the street, across to you, walking towards you, walking with you. So,
climbing sa carousel.
Yeah.
Yung dalawa namin gitarista na wala rito, Fergie.
Oo, employed.
Kevin and Raver.
Yeah.
And,
Hindi yung pinaka-bread and butter namin.
Oremus, we first need to understand the name, where it came from. So Oremus is from the word Oremus with an S, which translates to Latin, meaning let us pray. So the band was started way back 2004. That was some time ago. With 4 founding members, and one of them would be our friend, and still leader of Oremus, Ram Sapino, which is currently under recovery.
Yeah, so actually Rams had a mild stroke last December 2023. He's still undergoing recovery up until this time. So we're just hoping that he gets well soon and that he would come back to the to Oremus so that he could play again. And that's our sincere hope for Rams. As we all know, Rams has been the brainchild of Oremus ever since. And over the years, so from the time of Oremus establishment in 2004, Oremus has had various lineup changes or band member lineup changes. And presently, it's only just a few years that we have somehow stabilized the members. Yeah, stabilized the members because from pandemic up until when Oremus was going back performing gigs. Members had come and go, come and go. So some are just session, no, some are permanent, but they have to leave or because of other priorities and all of that. So as for me, it's no secret that I've also had I was a previous member of another band. It's called Anura. So we've also been active together with Oremos in the gothic metal scene. And then I was actually out of the scene for quite a few years during pandemic. And then Rams actually approached me in 2022 and asked me if I could sing for Oremos. And then from then on, that's when the other members also came in. So next was Yuri, then I think Kevin was already with us at that time. Yeah, Kevin. Kevin has already been with us, and then Gypsy came in.
because he's a friend.
Yeah, Gypsy came in because he's also a friend of Kevin's, and then we also found we also found Angel. So
Angel.
yeah, so from then on, from 2022 onwards, that's when we started to solidify the band members of Oremos. So yeah.
Ang daming adjustment na nangyari. Siyempre, different generation, different person na pumapasok sa banda. So, siyempre, nandiyan din si Ram, manage yung bandits lang. Kumbaga, lalo kami na ito si Yuri, siyempre kami yung pinaka-most recent member. Kumbaga, and it's Raven na rin. Kasi yung pumapalit niya sa Preston mo, si Ram, alam mo kung bakit ang ulo niya. Challenge sa kanya yun, siyempre, Ram sa kanya. Maraming bagay din na, let's say, na natututunan mo rin to other band member and sa Oremos na din itself. Siyempre, pumasok ka doon sa banda na yun, at the same time, hindi sa banda ko. Yung alam mo is, hindi lang nag-relax sa isang bagay na alam prior to kapag lumawak pa yung nando. And yun nga, gaya sinabi na dito lang adjustments, bawat. And kasi papasok yun. Hindi naman yung basta yayakapin mo lang yung kantang different and that's it. But of course, you know how to talk to them. Kumbaga, alam mo kung paano pakisamahan yung banda. Kasi hindi naman kasi magiging member ng isang banda just for the sake of skills. And it's also, which is really more important to them, is attitude.
Yeah, and actually one thing that I guess one thing that we're proud to say. I mean, now that naging medyo solid na yung mga members ng Oremos, it's like parang for some reason parang nagkaroon kami lahat ng connection. Alam mo, parang instant connection, parang there's this instant bond, I guess. Kaya parang we're confident that I guess this lineup will stay with Oremos for maybe another few years. Yeah. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and yeah, it's really quite an exciting time as well.
Pero hanggat may buhay na kahit sinong member, kahit isa man ang mawala naman din, Oremos still Oremos.
Yeah.
Ganun siya.
Right.
This is who we are now. This is Oremos now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This video is sponsored by Bel Mori. Check out these amazing lip stains. They come in 3 stunning shades for powder mattes: Punk Brown, Scarlet Flame and Mulberry Pink. 2 shades for gel tints: Red Wine and Whiskey Brown. Get your hands on these fabulous lip tints and elevate your makeup game. Use this code, BM924 Throne Lips to avail special discount. Messages on our Facebook page and order today. Limited stock available, so don't miss out.
Um, 2011, Oremos full-length album. It's like a culmination of the music ng Oremos. Rehearsal, I would say na yung gigs na namin, like live gigs yung parang naging rehearsal namin. We honed the sound that we wanted. And then back then, Rams have a studio. He and Russell had a studio, yung Vehement Records. Though, dun namin mostly ni-record yung music. So, it's really a collaborative effort. So, though most of the music have been written by Ram, but we still share our input. So, everybody that was involved with the album had contributed, had given their share. So, something memorable with that, I guess, having an album itself or able to create an album itself is already memorable. It's like dun siya magiging dun may immortalize yung music mo. So yun nga yung culmination mo ng time na you spent with practicing with your instrument, collaborating with like-minded people, with same passion people, mga kindred mo. So, once na bound mo siya, well, sa recording, render mo lahat, everything, it become a song you can share with everybody. So, I believe it's still available sa YouTube. We still have it, Spotify. I'm not sure it's still available with Apple. I'm not sure. So currently, I believe it's available with Spotify and YouTube.
Apple. iTunes.
iTunes. I'm not sure I have
iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, Android is. Team Android is. I'm not
Siguro,
sure.
possible. Especially knowing Rams naman in any platform ng social media na nilalagay yung I think meron sa iTunes.
Hindi natin masasagot yan ngayon.
Yeah.
Actually, hindi natin masasagot yan ngayon kasi
Specific answer.
yeah, just to be specific, no, as you can see, we're all new. So basically, we're all starting back at square one. At the moment, we haven't written anything new, but there are plans. We have a few lyrics already written, rough drafts on stock, just waiting for it to be arranged. Right now, we're just trying to, revive some of the songs that Rams had written. As you know, Oremus already has a few recordings out there. So we would now with this more solid lineup, we would like to have a version of some of those songs in a probably a little bit of a new flavor, new probably more, of course, remastered and everything. So and of course a few tweaks on the arrangements, a few changes in the vocal attacks and all of that, so that at least the new members own the song.
Exactly. So, I mean, like what I said, it's a collaborative effort, culmination of everything. It's like different tracks that you render all together. So, since that right now, we cannot answer that. However, we are currently working on recording those songs. Songs that have been written in drafts by our friend Ram Sakino. We would like to continue the legacy of Oremus, not having one person just do the songs. Like the song that you listen to is really a collaborative effort. So we're going to record a few of those songs So we'll be able to release it as soon as possible. And those songs will have inputs from everyone that from us, from the current Oremus members. Yuri's voice, Monica's voice, Angel's drums, bass of Gypsy, Kevin's guitar, Raven's guitar. So, I mean, this would be continuing the Oremus tradition of everybody would work together.
Saka yun, I think, yun din naman yung original plan beforehand na nag-start din naman ito na sa members. Kumbaga, Rams already have the plan doing that recording. Kumbaga, gawing mas malakas yung kanta, yung verses na sa ginawa niyang record. Siyempre, hindi naman din nasa-satisfy yung isang musician sa isang case. So, with that, you need to make or think of something that will give impact sa tenga ng tao. And we're just continuing nga yung bagay na yun. And input is really important for every one of us about it.
True. And despite Rams currently not being present with us today, I mean, like I said, we're just continuing his legacy, and he would like to. I'm pretty sure that is what he would want us to do. It's kind of how should I say? Parang may pangitain nga kasi I remember, way back November or October, Rams even talked to me and said, Monica, please take care of Oremus. Make sure that even, because during that time, nagpa-plan na nga rin siya kasi dapat he's supposed to already take on a job in a ship, so dapat magbabarko na siya. And he was actually worried na, kasi paalis na dapat kasi siya noon. So, he was actually worried na baka pag alis niya, baka tumigil kami. So, parang inaano niya na, dapat kahit wala ako, dapat tinutuloy niya yan.
Alam mo yun? Teacher ng contract.
Oo nga.
Starting date niya kung baga.
Relax na rin yun.
Yeah. So, parang, even if he's not with us today, and that he's still recovering, I'm sure that is what he would want us to do. So, hindi kami titigil to, continue what he did.
Saka abangan nyo yun, violence nyo naman ng 80s soon.
Yeah.
We're all looking forward, syempre, to hit the target. Attracting things. But of course, yung set ba ng utak namin is to
Make use of the time possible.
Lalo na yun.
Yeah.
Exactly. And magawa namin yung goal namin. And syempre, sa mga solid supporter ng Oremus.
Just watch out for that.
Early experience.
Early experience.
Watch Monica. Sa dati niyang band. Hindi
Same,
pa ako
same.
Oremus niya.
Hindi ka pa
Early
talaga.
Or sabihin natin bago.
Sa bagay kasi, well, actually, when it comes kasi to the local gothic metal scene, I mean, I've been a lurker of the gothic metal scene since 2002. 2002.
Titix pa lang ako nun.
Yeah, 2002. And then, actually, and then I, during that time na nag-form din ako ng sarili kong band din, way back in 2003. And then, actually, I first encountered Oremus, I think that was around 2005 na, no? Si Cardia pa yung yung vocalist niya nun eh.
Cardi Chavez.
Cardia Chavez pa yun.
2006.
Kaya nalulungkot ako.
Kita ko na rin siya dati sa mga death rate. Napanood ko yung Oremus ng dati sila si Kaya.
Yeah, so, yun nga. So, we've been, actually for the local gothic metal scene, actually what started it is this production or this event called Eternal Death Wave. So I believe that was actually founded by Doy Coras, who is the vocalist of Dominion. Dominion is like the great OG of the goth scene. Not necessarily gothic metal, pero goth, as in like the OG goth group. So together with Skies of Embers, Dotseki, Late Isabel, Wowie, yeah. Actually, during that time, yan yung former band ko, Anura, Oremus, Sanctus, yan yung mga, like, yeah, Sea of Rains, yes, Sea of Rains, Wicca,
Skies of Embers.
Yung mga dati ko, ang alam ko sayawan yun. Hindi siya yung tutel na parang
Well,
It depends on the team. Kasi you're
Depende. Oo, may ganun
kasi
ka.
yearly siya.
marami kasi subgenre kasi
Oo.
ang goth.
Right.
So, kumbaga parang so, pero I guess for Oremus is more on, more on the gothic metal scene talaga.
Nag-i-evolve eh.
Yeah.
There was a time that, yun nga, I mean, goth scene was founded by those
Mga OG.
goth rock, goth ethereal.
80s.
And then,
yung mga 80s goth. Yung
Yeah,
mga
ganun.
80s goth.
and then there was a time that metal scene also started adapting yung ganyang format. Kasi before, like, we have thrash metal, death metal,
Yeah.
black metal, and then with the emergence of those bands
Mhm.
na nag-merge nung goth influences with metal influences. So, ayun nga, unti-unting nagkakaroon na ng emergence of
Right. And then actually one of the other productions that have actually also kind of pushed or gave highlights to the gothic metal scene, like also yung Elysian Dark Fest during that time. So Elysian Dark Fest, which was actually headed by Chrysella Records at that time, Joel and Mindy of Angina Pectoris, yeah, from Germany, who happens to be also a Filipino. So he also created parang an opportunity for parang mga exchange bands. So parang he brought in some foreign bands to play events of Asian Dark Fest. So bands from Malaysia, bands from Indonesia, even Australia, Germany, Rockhausen from Germany also was invited as well. It was actually an opportunity for us to, play for Oremos at that time. It was an opportunity to play side by side with these foreign bands, get to know the scene as well. So it was quite an exciting time during those early 2000s, mid 2000, 2010s, 2012, 13, 14. As of today, for 2020 onwards, I would say, unfortunately, the goth metal scene, should I say, is a little bit under the water. But it doesn't mean that we're dead. It doesn't mean that we're dead.
last year.
Yeah.
Pahinga lang, nagpahinga lang.
Yeah, nagpahinga lang. So, buti na lang. So, there's this group of people from Baguio who is trying to resurrect the Gothic scene. So, we actually played for one of their events called Lucid Productions. Yeah, solid yun sa Baguio. So, they actually cater to goth bands. Actually, not mga metal band, no? Even black metal, no? So, yeah, mga black metal bands. So we're hoping that, that they would expand over to Manila, collaborate with other productions so that, para daw mabuhay uli yung,
Rekindle.
to rekindle
Siguro
the,
at least not just the specific production ng bago, tama rin naman sila na meron yung mga makarating ng Manila somehow. At least meron din na biglang puputok na one production.
yeah.
Alam mo yun na, hindi naman magiging hindi naman siya lalabas sa discrimination, pero at least just to awaken yung dating eksena. Alam mo yun, yung ito solid na puro gold, solid na puro black. Ako, pasalamat ako, totoo lang. Bakit? Wala naman ata tayo na list na game from Ford, dito Ford. Kasi lahat, ayun, kagaya nung last experience natin, yung black, yung sa Dark Theory, nag-launch siya, and siyempre, it's our pleasure to play naman with that band and other bands. And sana yun nga, magkaroon ng eksena na yakapin ulit yung tunog na meron kami. And to appreciate not just us, but the other bands as well na they planning to perform or they're planning to form it again, yung old band nila. Yeah.
Or kahit na yung mga bago, di ba? I mean, if the new generation can be inspired to, to create, to come up with bands that have the similar genre, or even, kahit na may twist nga I mean, that would be awesome, I mean, that's something that we would only...
Malay nyo, yung genre nyo ngayon, iba pala. Doon kayo mas nag-click.
Oo, di ba? So, I mean...
Never know.
I mean, music is ever evolving, no? It's about, embracing it,
Yeah, totoo yun.
Yeah.
So yun, people, there's beauty in darkness, don't forget.
Yes.
Totoo yun.
This video is sponsored by Needles by Chai, Body and Oral Piercings. Hurry and get your dream piercings. Check our Facebook page for our services. We do piercing services, troubleshooting, infected and embedded jewelry removal, and piercing bumps. Our shop is located in Michaela Residence, number 282 Unit A Corner Champaka, General Ordonez Marikina Heights, Marikina City.
Well, I would say it has its pros and cons, right? As a musician and as an artist, I feel that over-reliance on AI is cheating. Sorry. I guess that's just me. That's just how I feel. That I feel that it's cheating if you have over-reliance on AI as an artist. I mean, yes, it helps. Like, I mean, it's not like I don't use it. Ginagamit ko rin naman siya. But, I just use it for just a little help. Like for example, ako personally, I like writing poetry, I write lyrics. So, sometimes if I could not find the word or if I need a rhyme for a certain line, then I would consult AI. Yes, that's how I would use it. But to over-rely on AI to really say, write me a song about blah blah blah, then I feel that's cheating. So I don't think it's something that, I don't know, kind of cringe. Kind of cringe.
Yeah. Kasi for me, it depends din. Like, this point, guys na
Hindi mo debate,
Kasi parang kapag nag-rely ka talaga ng 100%, parang hindi na ito yun.
Yeah.
Parang, hindi mo na maipapadala yung message na gusto mo talaga ng iparamit.
Siguro sa akin, nakakatulong yung AI to the point na ito na lang yung sa scene. Let's say for example, sa question sa metal scene is let's say for example, creating a video invite. Kasi most of the time, sa era ngayon, yun yung para sa event is yung punta ng tao to advertise the event specifically. And AI somehow putting a good background, alam mo yun, magkaroon ka ng konting tawag dito, design, pakulo sa background mo. And at the same time, it helps other people to make their life easier when creating posters.
Yeah.
And let's say for example, parang lagyan mo ng gantong ng tao or ito yung eksena, i-touch mo, it's like close to the Adobe Photoshop. Pero AI kasi is a different and small developed type of technology that we use right now. Ang cons naman kasi niyan is somehow nakakatakot in the near future na kasi like parang ano ang eksena kasi nagparang pero ang eksena if one of the member of the band is not possible to attend that specific event, then they can use a backtrack, which is sanggaling technology. And they can just simply plug in their phones and their laptops and etc. or whatever the device that they're using. Then using AI, they can still perform. And what if time comes in, ang tao may kinig na lang sa isang boses na record din ng tao itself na wala nang mismong musikero tumutugtog sa harap nila. Yun yung nagiging con for me. And that's my own opinion. Kumbaga, sa ngayon, ang AI mayayakap yan.
Yeah.
Pero sooner or later, time will come and technology will hit humanity.
Yun yung scary part na
Exactly.
Yung scary part.
Yun yung ano dun eh. Pero tayo kasi tayo na, banda kami pero magkakaiba kami ng opinion eh.
But lastly, for me AI is a double-edged sword.
Wow. Double-edged sword
Yeah.
talaga.
You're gonna be responsible regarding on what you're doing with AI.
Bagay. Although, going back on the question, so, what are your thoughts on the internet and technology, should I say, no? Kasi, true enough, the internet and technology has actually helped a lot, no? I mean,
promoting.
in terms of promotion, in terms of getting your material out there, no? Kasi, dati, di ba, parang,
Physical
I mean,
copies, no?
dati it's all about physical copies, parang ang hirap, di ba? Parang, naalala ko pa nga ano, just to get a physical copy, pupunta ka pa ng recto, pupunta ka pa sa recto just to get bootleg copies.
Nag-start na yung technology.
Yeah.
Xerox
Burn
posters.
Yeah, posters. But so, I mean, yun na, technology, AI, all of that, double-edged sword talaga siya, no? Kasi, hindi mo, ano siya eh, you have to use it responsibly in order for you to benefit from it. No, if you use it irresponsibly, yes, you might benefit from it, but in the end, you will suffer it. Yeah, ikaw yung you'll suffer the consequences then later on. So, I guess, as a musician, as an artist, we would still like to preserve yung tradition of putting your art out there with heart and with soul, no? Kasi over-reliance on technology and over-reliance in AI, no? Parang it cuts off the heart and the soul of your art. So,
yung patong-patong mukha sa technology kasi. Hindi totoo pre. Kasi yung mga ganun eh. Maraming, yung parang, hindi naman sila yung tao na yun, but at the same time, other people will put a different face on that human being. And syempre, ang nakakatakot. Diba? Pero as a musician, syempre, yung topic natin, may malaking tulong. Magasa ngayon, sa era ngayon.
lalo na yung mga technology noon, like for example, yung mga sa effects,
Mixing, yan.
yung mga effects like sa mga in-ear monitors and all of that. So, alam mo, parang those are technology na parang before kasi hindi kasi siya portable, ang hirap, di ba? So, ngayon, technology is getting smaller and smaller, eh, no? So,
Siguro pasok ko din yun sa bawat instrument na meron kami. Ako, sa drummer, trigger. Pasok yan. Sa Pepong kasi, ang ano niya, backtrack. Kapano.
yeah.
Hindi talaga intro ng kanta. Maraming ways din kasi how to use AI in a proper manner and as mentioned by Monique. Diba? If you're gonna use it responsibly, then it will give you a bad luck. Mga bad situations.
Kumbaga, as long as it helps you express. I mean, yeah, there's no problem using it, but still, you still need to put human touch because music is an art form, and art is like what we are doing. This is art for artist's sake. It's our expression,
Yeah.
where it's our catharsis with everyday stress. So, I mean, do not remove the human element from that. So, if you rely so much with AI, so parang Einstein, I mean, he discovered the atom, and we cannot blame him for other people doing the atomic bomb,
Yeah.
which destroyed a lot. Because everybody, I mean, it's whoever willed that, it's their responsibility. So, so let's just be responsible with using
Technology.
technology and AI.
Technology and
right?
AI.
So again,
Bottom line ang take namin goods sa AI, pero nga lang,
yep, dahan, don't remove the art.
Use it responsibly.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Most memorable gig is before yung pandemic. Because February 2020, sa company namin is umutog yung Kamikaze at saka Urban Duck. Then, yeah. After nun, yes, syempre enjoy muna kami. Tapos pagkadaan ng March, pandemic. So,
Talagang
parang
memorable. parang yun na yung last thing.
Oo,
Kaya pala nakarating ako dito ikukulong na pala kami.
So yun.
Sa gig mo, may ano ka ba?
So, give with Oremos.
Gig with Oremus, it's funny kasi yung isang gig na, meron yun na gig na pag nakikita kasi si Kuya Kevin, si gitarista ng Oremus, dahil sa dami niyang tropa kasi pag may nakakita.
Parang kahit saan yata pumunta si Kevin natin, may tropa no?
Oo.
Kuya Kevin was really
Kaya
friendly.
kaya nga meron tayong yung mga ibang mga nagko-comment nga, di ba, parang in Kevin we trust.
Oo.
Kasi Kevin was serious mode na kami lahat. Serious mode na kami lahat. Got mentality na kami. Biglang may sisigaw na, Kevin, anakan mo ako. Ganon yan.
Nangyari naman yun, gagawin.
As for me naman, siguro the most memorable concert that I've ever attended was nung December 2023, Nightwish. Kasi, of course, Florian, is that even a question? No debate. Is that even a question? I mean,
Di ba yung isang baga?
ha?
Picture ka?
Yeah. Hindi, iba pa yun. Lacuna Coil naman yun.
Lacuna, okay.
Yeah, yun yung may VIP meet and greet. Pero, unfortunately, kay Nightwish, hindi ako nakakuha ng ticket kasi na for meet and greet eh. So,
Di ma.
so naka-VIP na lang ako. Pero I was on front row during that time. I mean, yeah, I mean, Florian said, I mean, she's like my icon, my vocal hero. Alam mo, parang parang siya yung ano eh,
Inspiration.
parang siya yung inspiration ko eh, siya yung how to be you ko. Alam mo, siya yung how to be you eh, no? So, kaya nga, nung nakita ko talaga siya, I mean, oh my God, talagang especially when she sang Ghost Love Score, oh my God.
Starbucks ka, no?
I cried, literally cried. I got so emotional, alam mo na. In terms of yung sa gig naman namin with all the most pinaka-memorable for me I guess lately pinaka-memorable yung sa Baguio nung last October. Kasi well, for one, that was also the first time kasi na nakapag-travel kami outside of Manila together as a band. And then also, syempre, dahil Halloween yun, syempre all out, di ba, costume and everything.
Bumabagyo pa nun.
At bumagyo pa doon.
Yung alam.
Bumabagyo kami.
At talagang kahit after the gig talagang napa-extend kami na stay sa Baguio kasi medyo masyado kami natuwa doon sa weather. Alam mo yun, ganun. So, yeah, that's one of the most memorable that I've had with Oremus.
O siguro masabi niyo yung concert sa part na yun. Wala naman kasi ako specific na memorable concert at all, honestly speaking. Kasi papano ko pa rin yun kasi yung time na nakita ko yung Ore. So siyempre, first time ko makakita ng ganun sa yung ganun genre. Next time siyempre sa Bulacan kasi. Ano yan roots ng punk, ska, saka hardcore. So ayan. And syempre, nung sa Balagtas nung that time, 2010, isipin. May banda ako nun na parang bagsakan ko na. Gitarista ako. Pero nung time ng pagtungtong nila ng stage, talagang, gagi, nandun ka na. Nandun na si Pong. Nandun na yung ayaw niya eh. Sabi ko parang akong iba yung dating. Kasi talagang, alam mo yun, yung first impression ng other people na makikita ng first na nung is always na nabanggit kanina kasi sa kwentuhan namin nila Monica na binibiyak ang lupa kung pala. Pero syempre, impression yun eh. Di ba ng tao? Yun yung para sa akin memorable, not specifically concert, di ba? Pero sa akin, big deal yun ha. Sa gig naman kasi, ang masasabi kong memorable is yung first gig ko sa Manila sa Ore. First gig ko na hindi ako confident kasi alam ko may Shablade pa rin that time. Pero naniwala sa akin sila. Kasi ito ay maniwala sa akin. Hindi, biro lang. Naniwala naman. Nagano siya nagtiwalang pilit. Yung metro na, halimbawa metro nasa 115, bigay mo ng 250 on that. Metro na. Pero yun yung pinaka-memorable ko kasi first is always the best experience. Kumbaga, ika nga nila. And yung
You never forget your first time.
Oo. Totoo. At yung pangalawang
First na Barbie Fest.
the best memorable din kasi siyempre yung makasabay namin yung mga hip-hop sa Pirates Bar ba yun?
Rich Bar.
Talagang solid yun. Oo. Solid yun kasi hindi namin ina-expect kami. Nauna kami sa event, di ba? So siyempre, mga first performer, mga hip-hop rap. So siyempre kami, cool lang, sabi lang, enjoy lang yung music. Sa nagulat ng mission yung mga rapper na yun. Not all of them, of course. Kasi merong mga iba talagang pure hip-hop sila eh. They don't want to see those type of music. Pero yung mangilan-ngilan ba, nandun sila para mag-headbang, alam mo yun, magsisigaw doon, matuwa sa amin. And solid kayo, para lang alam yun.
Sa akin naman, first concert na hindi mo kalimutan. Talagang treasure para sa akin is napanood ko yung Cradle of Filth. Yung first, part, unang punta na dito.
Ayaw na punta ng pata.
Grabe. Alam mo yung lahat ng balihibo sa katawan ng sitayawaan.
Kung ano yung bandas mo?
Ayun, mga atas pa nga, Atas yan. Yung ganon.
Hindi ba yun?
I mean, yung feeling kasi nang naririnig, napapanood mo siya ng live.
Tinawag ko pang mandani.
Ay, kaya, yung una muna, dalawa yan eh.
Sige.
Ayan. Yung unang first time na napanood ko yung Cradle of Filth, talagang hindi ako malis sa pwesto ko. Sinapas ko yung buong set. Kasi, parang sila ng pisimo yun.
Parang ka nag-iinip, no?
Oo, yan.
Ito naman.
Napaka imposibleng mangyari eh. Too good to be true siya, gano'n.
And not even expecting that moment na darating yan yun.
Tapos, dalawang beses silang punta dito.
Oo.
Pero iba yung una talaga punta nila eh. Iba yung impact nila. Tapos yung gig naman natin sa ganahan natin, yung sa Bibitore talaga.
Oo.
Kasi, dahil doon, nagkaroon ako ng band sound. Mandani.
Manggani.
Manggani.
Because I think during that time na kasi we did the cover of Nymphetamine
Nymphetamine.
by Cradle of Filth. So nabansagan siya ng mga audience doon na Manggani.
Kasi nostalgic kasi yan, especially sa mga new era na mga mahilig makinig ng mga ganyan music. Kasi dati, nung kalabasan pa lang yung kantang yun, parang naging, national anthem sa underground.
Sabi nga ni Awing ng Dark Theory, national anthem ng tao.
Lalo nung simula pa lang ng mga emo days.
Oo.
Ayun ang masabay niya. Yun yung Nymphetamine na yan.
Tsaka solid din kasi yung event din sa Bebitore, no? Kasi mga kasabayan namin, kami lang yata yung banda na naiba ng genre. Kasi lahat ng mga
sila eh.
lahat ng mga kasabayan namin talaga ang bibigat ng mga tugtog talaga solid talaga kasi
Breakdown sa breakdown.
breakdown po sa
Oo,
breakdown
naman.
no? Kasi mga hardcore talaga yung mga at saka mga kids din yung mga karamihan ng mga audience mga kids tsaka kaya medyo medyo may konting shock factor sa akin ng konti kasi I'm not used to that kind of crowd. Pero na-appreciate ko sila, sorry. Kasi na-appreciate yung ano. At saka kasi one thing na unforgettable doon kasi there was this foreign guy, I think he was from Poland. After we performed, tapos talaga lumapit siya sa amin.
Oo, drummer ng isang banda yun na natututugtog sa Bergitore.
Si Lucas.
Drummer din siya actually. So,
Okay. Nilapitan niya kami talagang ano, I think that was the best compliment that we've ever heard for, kasi parang sabi niya sa amin na, parang, you guys don't belong here. Parang,
sobrang tuwa kay Mori, ganun sa pisngi. Eh, si Yuri nasa CR.
Wala, parang ano, I mean, for somebody na hindi Pinoy to say that, to appreciate yung nagagawa namin as a band, ano, parang nakakatuwa lang, parang nakakataba ng puso.
Pero nakakalungkot, at the same time, syempre, ibang lagi pinaka-appreciate siya.
Polish, no?
Pero masaya pa rin, di same time, naitawid namin yung gabi na masaya kami, masaya tao.
Ibis na kami yung manggulat, kami yung nagulat.
Oo, freedom yung tutug namin, miss lang dito. Wala, tumutustos yun eh, oh. Tumutustos.
So yun, if you're going to notice na mga memorable gigs namin, especially before, were the gigs that were the oddball or the odd ones. So that's something na you would see with Orange. We're not really so into being so pure.
Ano yung purist, Brian?
So
hindi
pure.
Hindi uso yung pagiging purist.
Saka yung being in a comfort zone na we're comfortable here because we know the crowd will appreciate us, they listen to this kind of music. So, yun, memorable talaga sa amin yung mga gigs, especially if it's those kind of situations. So, we appreciate those. So, that's something that you would expect Oremus to continue. So,
Yeah. Kumbaga we're open. Kumbaga we're open to all kinds of music. Oo. Kasi actually kasi ganun lang naman yun eh. I mean, at the end of the day, music is music, right? I mean, if you want to be respected, then you also must respect other musicians as well. You respect them for their art, di ba? Kasi art nila yun eh, di ba? So, in matter of appreciating lang din, alam mo yun, and yun nga, nakakatuwa rin kasi, I mean, it also opens your eyes to new things eh, no? Kasi parang, you're not confined to that small bubble na ito lang ang life mo, or ito lang yung alam mo. So, when it comes to music, it's always good that you go out of your bubble and explore what else is out there. Yes, it may not be your own cup of tea, pero, you know, at least a tinge of appreciation will be there. But at the end of the day, diba, whatever your cup of tea will always be your cup of tea. Diba? So,
Maraming memorable experience and we cannot just simply say one by one. Pero siyempre, yun yung mga memorable.
yeah. So, we would just like to thank everyone who had stayed and watched our interview. Again, we would just like to invite all of you to like, comment, and subscribe to the Throne Records. As for Oremus, you could always follow us in Facebook and in Instagram. So just search for our name, that's Oremus, that's spelled as OREMUZ. So just like and follow us. So for all of our gigs, we will post it there. And anything that's going on with the band, our page is always, our FB page is most active. So any updates that you would like to find out about us can be found there. We also have our last few pieces of Oremus shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Oremus, so that's our band logo there. And then show the back. So as we discussed earlier in our interview, so that was Oremos, which means let us pray. So we are down to the last 3 pieces of our shirts because we're planning to release actually new designs this year. Anyone who might be interested to purchase the shirts, please do contact us and just message us on the page. Your purchase would still go to good purpose. So, as you know, a portion of the sales will go to Rams Aquino to help him with his recovery. Yeah, other stuff that we have. I also have my own personal small business as well. So I also have an online shop. So if you would like to search for it on Facebook, it's called Mix EWC Shop. I actually have their online stuff like health and wellness, bags, perfumes, and watches. So you could just it's online shopping, so you could just we accept GCash, Visa Credit, and we also do cash on delivery. So my website or the online shop would be found on that page. You guys, anything else that you guys want to promote?
Well, yun, siyempre, when drone production, to like, of course, follow the page. Sa akin naman siguro yung page ko sa pagtagal ko. Yan, bento, like, rin. And of course, PM lang kayo if may interesad. Hindi naman ako nalaga ng price.
Yeah, actually, Angel is also a tattoo artist. So again, his page is Ink Bento.
Yeah.
Please follow him, and if you would like to schedule a session, a tattoo session with Angel, just contact him through his Ink Bento page.
Yeah, and so far, just to add on, meron kami coming big venue under Very Force Production. So, so far, that's event na meron kami. Pero of course, other event or prod, feel free to message us and we can discuss a few things.
Yeah, so any prods out there who would like to invite us to your event, just kindly message us on our Facebook page. Anything else to add, guys?
Yeah.
Alright, so again, The Throne Records, thank you very much for having us. And again, we are
Oremos.
Oremos.